Hi guys, it's the vegan foodie girl again, and today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious fermented cashew cream cheese. This tastes almost identical to a dairy cream cheese. It's got that tart flavour, it sets quite nice and firm in the fridge, there's not a hint of cashews in it. It's delicious spread on bread, bagels, used in pasta or on salads. So let's get started. The ingredients we're going to need today for our fermented cashew cream cheese is 2 cups or 300 grams of raw cashews. Make sure they're not salted or roasted. And you're going to need to soak those overnight in lots of water. So just pop them in a big bowl, pour some water over them, sit them on the bench or into the fridge, and they will just stay there nicely soaking, softening and swelling overnight, and you'll see they will change in colour, they'll become quite soft and swollen, and that's exactly what we need for our cashew cream cheese. We are going to need 4 teaspoons of refined coconut oil. Now make sure it's refined meaning no flavour at all, because you want this to taste like cream cheese, you don't want it to taste like coconut. So refined coconut oil. And if you can find it in its solid form like this, that's great. We're going to need 3 probiotic tablets or some probiotic powder. I just use the same tablets that I take every morning. It's just my normal probiotic, and I just use 3 of those capsules. We're going to need 1/4 cup and 3 tablespoons of hot water. So we need to make sure that that's hot water. I'm going to get rid of these cashews. These were just to show you. We're not going to be using raw cashews. We're only going to be using soaked cashews. After soaking your cashews overnight, everything just needs to go into your blender except for the probiotic tablets. So into our blender we are going to pop our soaked cashews, our 4 teaspoons of refined coconut oil. You can melt this if you like to add it, but because we're adding hot water, you don't really need to melt it first. And we're going to be adding our 1/4 cup and 3 tablespoons of hot water to the mixture. And then we're going to process this on high speed for as long as it takes for the mixture to become really creamy and really smooth. This will be your finished product. We're going to culture it, yes, but how creamy and smooth you get it now will be how creamy and smooth it is in a few days when it's ready to eat. You can see I've been blending it for a few minutes and it's starting to go nice and creamy. Just make sure every now and then that you scrape down your blender, because you don't want any little sneaky chunky bits getting through, because you don't want sneaky chunky bits in your beautiful cream cheese. And I'm going to return that back to the blender for a few more minutes so it's really creamy. That's lovely and smooth now. When I rub a bit through my fingers, there's no gritty bits left in it. So we're going to transfer that to the bowl that we're going to ferment it in. Any glass bowl will do. I don't recommend using a metal bowl. It tends to do something funny to the probiotics. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know what, but it's much more successful if you can use a glass or a plastic bowl. And if you're struggling at first to get your cashew cream mixture really smooth and creamy, so with no sort of gritty bits in it, just soak your cashews for longer. So in the past, I've soaked my cashews up to 48 hours just in the fridge when I haven't had access to a high-speed blender. The longer you soak them, the less you'll have to blend them for. Okay, we've got our smooth and creamy cashew mixture here. At the moment, it just tastes like cashew cream. There's no actual tart flavour to it. So that's where our probiotics are going to come in. Now, if you used boiling hot water, or if you heated your coconut oil before adding it to your cashews and blending it, make sure that you check you've dropped the temperature to at least 37 degrees before you pop your probiotics in. You don't want to kill all this lovely bacteria. Mine's already well below 37 degrees, so that's fine. Then all we're going to do is we're going to twist open our probiotics and we're going to pop in the lovely culture. Give the first couple of stir around and then add your last probiotic tablet. This is going to sit on the kitchen bench. You want somewhere out of direct sunlight, but you do not want it in the fridge. You want it at room temperature because you want those cultures, those probiotics to spread and to grow. And that's what, it's yummy already, it just tastes like cream. That's what's going to give it that nice tart flavour. We're going to pop a lid on it, and then I normally just leave mine sitting on the kitchen bench. My bench isn't in direct sunlight, so that's great. And every day for the next few days, you're going to give it a little stir and a little taste test. As that mixture ferments, it's going to develop that really nice tart sort of cream cheese flavour. Taste it. When it's as tart as you like it, it's ready to be popped into the fridge or the freezer. Mine generally takes about 3 days in my kitchen, but if you live in a really warm climate, it might take a day and a half. If you live in a really cold climate, it might take 3 to 4 days. So just pop him somewhere you're not going to forget about it. Every day give it a stir, give it a taste test, and I'll see you in about 3 days when this is all fermented. Here we are 3 days later with our fermented cashew cream cheese. And obviously you can't taste it through the camera, but it's really nice and tangy now. What you can do is you can pop this in the fridge. It will last for a few weeks. Beautiful on bagels or in sandwiches, or a delicious addition to pasta. But because it makes so much, and because I don't get through it quick enough, I freeze it in single serve batches, and then I just take a little disc out, store it in the fridge. It's enough for me for a couple of days on some bagels. This is just a little silicone muffin tray, and I basically just fill it up with my cream cheese, and then what I'll do is I will flash freeze it. So I will pop this muffin tray on a tray in the freezer, put it in the freezer. When these are hard, I pop them out and I just store them in a Ziploc bag. Let's see what it costs to make our batch of cream cheese. You make 9 serves, or about 380 grams worth of tasty vegan cream cheese for just $8.20. The cheapest vegan cream cheese we can find to buy at the supermarket is a third more than that. So not only are you saving a lot of money, but you know what's in your cream cheese. You know how long it's going to last. You know there's no sneaky sugars, preservatives, additives. It's just really good, probiotic rich cream cheese you've made for yourself at a fraction of the cost that you can buy it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, guys. If you have, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you back in the Vegan Foodie Girl kitchen next time.